Hello, listeners. Welcome back to our podcast. Today, we're entering the English word court.
That's right. Imagine a courtroom where the defendants aren't criminals. They're words. Words that destroy conversations, ruin relationships, or cause hilarious chaos.
Playful. One word can mean the difference between you're helping and you're offending someone. And that's exactly what we're investigating today.
Every word we put on trial has been involved in real-life disasters, and we'll explore the meaning, tone, cultural context, and safer alternatives.
Soft smile. Listeners, think of this as a courtroom drama mixed with a comedy show. The judge, tone. The jury, your listeners. The witnesses, real stories from everyday English conversations.
And here's the twist. Even though we're serious about teaching, we're hilariously emotional along the way. Mistakes, laughs, side eyes, awkward moments, they're all part of the learning.
So today, we'll put a few words on trial. We'll examine the evidence, hear the testimonies, and determine who is guilty of causing chaos in English.
Warm smile. The goal isn't just entertainment. By the end, you'll know how tone changes meaning, how cultural context affects understanding, safer alternative phrases, and how to avoid embarrassing situations.
And of course, you'll laugh at our stories along the way, because one word can ruin your life or teach you English in the funniest way possible.
Warm smile. So, listeners, buckle up. Welcome to the Word Court, where every small word carries big consequences, and learning English has never been this dramatic or this fun.
Are you ready, Ella? Shall we call our first defendant to the stand?
Absolutely. Let's start with a word that seems harmless but can instantly make you sound, well, a little bossy.
All right, Ella. Our first defendant in the word court is actually.
Yes. Actually, the tiny word that can instantly make you sound like a know-it-all. Innocent in your mind, deadly in someone else's ears.
Story time. I once said to my colleague, actually, the meeting starts at 9. I thought I was being helpful. Friendly correction.
But the reaction? Pure horror. Side eyes, whispering, silent judgment. One word, ruin the mood.
Lesson 1, listeners. Actually can sound confrontational. It's all about tone.
Yup. Alternatives? Instead of actually, try I think, or perhaps we could, or maybe it's possible that. Sounds softer, less bossy.
And the funniest part? My colleague kept giving me the side eye for a week. One tiny word, one lingering awkwardness.
That's why we love Word Court. One word can make you look rude, annoying, or overly formal, even if your intentions are innocent.
And it happens in casual conversations too. Actually can make friends feel corrected or criticized. Tone is everything.
And the mistakes aren't just hilarious for you, they're also learning gold. Every misunderstanding sticks in your memory because it's funny and slightly embarrassing.
Moving on to our second defendant, cheap.
Oh, yes, the classic. You say, this hotel is cheap. You mean affordable.
But native speakers here, low quality, avoided at all costs. Total disaster.
Lesson 2, word choice matters. Alternatives? Affordable, budget-friendly, reasonably priced.
Story time. I complimented a gift as cheap. My friend almost threw it away in horror. True story.
And the beauty of Word Court is you learn by laughing. One word, one huge misunderstanding, but a lesson that lasts forever.
Next defendant, fine. The sneaky one.
Ah, yes, fine. One tiny word that can end conversations, arguments, or even friendships.
Someone says, I'm fine. They mean okay. But the listener hears, I'm annoyed. Don't talk to me. Drama.
And lesson 3, tone, facial expression, and context are everything. Alternatives, I'm okay. I'm doing well. All good here.
Story moment. I said fine after a small argument. My friend didn't talk to me for 3 days. One word, total disaster.
And listeners, it happens everywhere. Texts, emails, casual chats, one word, huge chaos.
And let's add another defendant. Whatever. The ultimate tone bomb.
Yes, you say it casually, but the listener might hear, I don't care about you at all. Total disaster.
Story time. I texted whatever about dinner plans. My roommate treated me like I'd committed a crime. One word, epic misunderstanding.
And lesson 4, some words are tiny time bombs. Use them carefully or choose safer alternatives, like, it's okay, no problem. That works for me.
And here's another tricky one. Serious. Ask, are you serious? Playful? Accusatory? Tone changes everything.
Exactly. One wrong inflection and you sound like a judge or an accuser, not a curious friend.
Lesson 5. Always match tone with intent. English isn't just words, it's emotion, context, and delivery.
And one last one for today, literally. Exaggeration or literal fact. Misuse leads to confusion, annoyance, or comedy.
I literally died laughing. You mean figuratively, right? But in formal contexts, literally equals exact, factual. Misuse, disaster. Lesson 6, be careful with exaggerations.
So let's recap the defendants in today's word court. Actually can sound corrective, alternatives, I think, perhaps. Cheap can sound low quality, alternatives, affordable, budget-friendly. Fine can sound annoyed, alternatives, I'm okay, all good. Whatever, casual but can offend, alternatives, it's okay, no problem. Serious, playful versus accusatory, alternatives, really? With tone. And literally, exaggeration risk, alternatives, figuratively.
And listeners, the moral of the word court? Tone plus context plus cultural awareness. One word can ruin your life or make you a much better English speaker.
And the best part, these disasters are funny, emotional, and unforgettable. Mistakes plus humor equals learning that sticks.
So next time you speak, text, or email, remember the word court. One tiny word can create chaos, but laughter makes it memorable.
Absolutely. Keep experimenting, keep laughing, and never underestimate the power of a single word.
That wraps up episode 1 of One Word Ruined My Life. Listeners, are you ready for episode 2, where we tackle even more words that have caused hilarious disasters?
If you're ready, let's continue. More laughs, more learning, more unforgettable English mistakes.
All right, Ella, now that we survived the first round, let's call the next batch of words to the stand. Ready?
Absolutely. Today's defendants are words that sneak into casual conversations and instantly cause chaos.
Let's start with sorry. Seems harmless, right? But one wrong sorry and native speakers can misinterpret your confidence, or lack of it.
Oh, yes. I once said sorry in a text when I was actually excited to share news. The recipient replied, "Are you serious? Why are you apologizing?"
Lesson 1. Tone is everything. Sorry can express politeness, regret, or even hesitation. Alternative expressions, excuse me, pardon me, or just a smile in person.
Story moment. I said sorry in a meeting while agreeing with my boss, and everyone thought I disagreed or hesitated. One tiny word, huge misunderstanding.
And that's the beauty of word court. Even tiny, polite words have power. You can sound apologetic, doubtful, or sarcastic depending on context.
Next defendant, literally. Yes, we mentioned it before, but it deserves another round.
Absolutely. People misuse literally all the time. I literally cried laughing. Exaggeration? Casual chat? Formal? Disaster.
Story time. I used literally in an email to a client. They thought I was being extremely dramatic instead of joking. Tone plus context, listeners.
Lesson 2. Understand when exaggeration is acceptable. Alternative? Figuratively, or rephrase the sentence for clarity.
Moving on. Whatever. Another one we touched on before. This word is like dynamite in texts.
One whatever can escalate a friendly debate into a full-blown silent treatment. Story. I texted whatever to my team about project changes. Instant panic.
Story moment, I said whatever in a meeting while agreeing with my boss, and everyone thought I disagreed or hesitated. One tiny word, huge misunderstanding.
And that's the beauty of word court. Even tiny polite words have power. You can sound apologetic, doubtful, or sarcastic depending on context.
Next defendant, basically. Small word, huge effect.
I said, basically, we need to, in a team meeting. Everyone froze, thinking I was oversimplifying or dismissing their work.
Lesson 5 basically can sound condescending. Alternative phrases, in short, essentially, or just restructure the sentence.
And listeners, these words are everywhere. Text messages, emails, casual chats, even video calls. One word, chaos.
And it's funny because the intention is almost always innocent. We mean well, but English has tiny traps that explode in tone and cultural context.
Let's add one more defendant for this episode. Seriously.
Oh, yes. Seriously can either be playful or aggressive. Story time. I asked, seriously, did you eat all the cookies in a joking tone, but the listener read it as accusation.
Lesson 6. Watch your tone and facial expressions. Alternatives? Really? Are you joking? Or just a smile when spoken?
Okay, recap for episode 2. Sorry, polite versus hesitant. Alternatives, excuse me, pardon me. Literally, exaggeration risk. Alternatives, figuratively. Whatever, casual versus offensive. Alternatives, that's fine, no problem. Sounds good to me. Honestly, emphasis versus doubt. Alternatives, I think, in my view. Basically, concise versus condescending. Alternatives, essentially, in short. Seriously, playful versus accusatory. Alternatives, really? Or just add a smile.
And listeners, the key takeaway, tiny words carry huge weight. Misinterpretation comes from tone, cultural norms, and context, but also from your audience reading between the lines.
And mistakes are inevitable, but by laughing at them and understanding them, you'll never forget the lesson.
And that's why Word Court is so much fun. Real stories, real disasters, and real learning.
So episode 2 wraps up with a reminder. English is subtle, emotional, and sometimes chaotic. One word can ruin your life or teach you more than a whole textbook ever could.
Are you ready for episode 3, Ella? The final round where we tackle the most misunderstood words of all time?
Absolutely. Let's continue the trial. More laughs, more chaos, and more English lessons waiting for our listeners.
All right, Ella, the final round of Word Court is here. Are you ready to meet the heaviest hitting words that cause chaos in English?
Absolutely. Listeners, buckle up because these words are small, innocent looking, but can cause epic disasters.
Let's start with whatever again. I know we touched it in episode 2, but it deserves the championship round.
Oh, yes. One casual whatever in a text can escalate friendly banter into full-blown silent treatment.
Story time. I texted my colleague, whatever, I'll handle it. I meant, I'll take care of it. The response? Wow, rude much?
Lesson 1. Tiny words carry emotional weight. Say for alternatives? That's fine. No problem. I've got it. Tone saves lives. Literally.
Moving on, the next defendant is honestly. Another repeat offender, but this one sneaks into conversations and makes people defensive.
Yep. Story. I said, honestly, I think the plan might be risky. My friend immediately thought I doubted them instead of being helpful.
Lesson 2. Honestly can emphasize, but also sound accusatory. Alternatives? I feel, in my opinion, it seems to me.
And then there's literally. Oh, we've talked about it, but let's push it further.
Story. I literally can't even. I meant jokingly, but my coworker heard panic. What? Are you in danger?
Lesson 3. Exaggeration versus literal meaning. Always know your audience. Alternative, figuratively, or rephrasing your sentence for clarity.
Now, let's introduce a brand new word for this round. Fine. It's sneaky, short, and deceptively dangerous.
Oh yes, fine can end arguments silently or escalate them depending on your tone.
Story time. After a disagreement, I said, I'm fine. My friend immediately read it as, I'm furious, don't talk to me. 3 days of awkward silence.
Lesson 4. Tone, facial expression, and context are everything. Alternatives? I'm okay. I'm doing well. All good.
Next defendant. Actually. It sneaks in polite corrections, but can sound bossy if used carelessly.
Story. Actually, the event starts at 5. I meant helpful. Colleagues heard, I'm smarter than you.
Lesson 5. Alternatives for softer tone. I think, maybe we could, or perhaps. One word can change the whole vibe of a conversation.
Now let's get dramatic with seriously. It seems playful, but can escalate tension instantly.
Story. I said, seriously, you ate the last slice? Jokingly. But the listener read it as anger. Tone bombs again.
Lesson 6. Always pair words with context, emojis, or facial cues when chatting casually. Alternatives? Really? Or are you joking?
And listeners, here's the fun part. All these words are tiny, everyday words, yet they can ruin your social life or professional life in seconds.
But here's the teaching gold. These mistakes are funny, emotional, and unforgettable. Learning sticks better when you laugh at disasters.
So let's recap episode 3. Whatever, casual versus offensive. Safer, that's fine, no problem. Honestly, emphasis versus doubt. Safer, I feel, in my opinion. Literally, exaggeration versus literal. Safer, figuratively. Fine, neutral versus annoyed. Safer, I'm okay, all good. Actually, helpful versus bossy. Safer, I think, perhaps. And seriously, playful versus accusatory. Safer, really?
And listeners, the big takeaway? Context plus tone plus culture equals communication mastery. One word can ruin a conversation or teach you more than a textbook ever could.
And that's why Word Court works. Real stories, emotional reactions, and humor make the learning unforgettable.
Mistakes aren't failures. They're lessons disguised as comedy. One word may ruin your life, but it also makes you a smarter English speaker.
So, listeners, that wraps up our continuous journey through the craziest English word disasters. Laugh, learn, and next time you speak, remember the Word Court rules.
Thanks for joining us today. Keep practicing, keep laughing, and never underestimate the power of a single English word.
Bye for now. Watch your words. They're tiny, but they're mighty.
Bye. And remember, even one word can ruin your life or make you a language master.